Welcome back to another Total Attila multiplayer replay. Today we're looking at a match between me playing as the Lakhmids and my opponent playing as the Franks. So, what was I going to... yes. So with the recent release of Stellaris, which I'm having a lot of fun with because someone already made a Warhammer 40k mod and I'm playing as the Imperium of Man, showing the whole galaxy the light of the God Emperor himself. And speaking of Warhammer, Total War Warhammer comes out in 2 weeks, and one of my friends actually gifted me a copy because he wants me to play with him. So I told you guys in an earlier video, and I even posted whatever, I said I will not buy Total War Warhammer. Will not. Well, I will not pre-order it, and I probably won't have it for some time after. Well, that may not no longer be true. And I'm starting to come down on my amount of days of school left. I only have 11.5 days of high school left before I'm out. I won't quite graduate yet because you do have about a 10-day gap in between. However, I will be out of high school. Alright, so my army day playing as the Lakhmids. I have 6 armored camel warriors, 3 on each flank. I have a whole main line of Sani, whatever the hell they're called. I have 8 of them. Backline, I have 3 desert hurlers and a King's Radif as my general. Now my opponent has some Germanic horsemen, noble Germanic horsemen, elite sword heerban, Francisca heerban, some Germanic archers, and a Frankish general as his general. Now what you can't see right here is, you can see the hidden icons, but you can't not see them. Is that I don't think either of us could see any of our army at this point. We are completely oblivious, and I'm pretty sure if I was standing in the woods with someone, I could probably see them from that far away. There you go, some of our units have been discovered, mostly just my camels. And I really do not want to get chased by those Germanic Spearmasters, as they're going to rip my camel cavalry a new one. And I don't want that to happen. Armored camel warriors are starting to sit by my flank. Desert hurlers are moving up. I'm not really relying on these guys scoring any damage. I know that since I'm facing the Franks. I believe elite sword heerban have some pretty good armor, but Francisca heerban do not really have any armor at all. And I know on the cavalry front I'm going to win any fight. So here I'm actually trying to lure him in to join a cavalry fight near my melee infantry, because those Germanic Spearmasters aren't going to be anything if my melee infantry can join the fight. So there goes his cavalry close enough. I decided that alright, now's the time. Start focusing in on that cavalry. I charge in one of my Sana, and here I'm waiting for that second noble Germanic horseman to plow in. Second Sana goes in. Didn't want to rush him doing a counter charge if I decided to charge in earlier. Rest of my armored camel warriors are coming around. I probably should have brought this guy around here and then charged him in. But whatever, it ain't the end of the world. Sana come in and be able to deal a good amount of damage. Over here on the other flank, it's pretty stagnant. We still can't see each other's main lines, which is really, really stupid. Now, the elite sword heerban against my Sana, I'm not sure who would win, because the Sana have much more offensive abilities, but the elite sword heerban have much more defensive abilities. Actually, no, the Sana have more armor. The only advantage they have is they have more health. That's it. Oh, and a lot more melee defense. So you can see one of those Germanic horsemen is starting the round, and I'm just ripping apart that noble Germanic swordsman and Germanic Spearmasters. So those Germanic Spearmasters do not go down out of the fight, and as you can see here, it is time. Elite sword heerban throw their axes, and I begin my counter charge. As I'm going to want to deal as much damage as I can because of this, because I don't have as good melee attack and I have a higher charge bonus than he does. I want to deal as much damage on the charge as I can. Main line crashes. Over here you can see I am winning most. Well, that was a Bagaude, so not surprised one there. Germanic Spearmasters do catch some of my armored camel warriors, which was not something I should have done. As you can see here, I'm beating the elite sword heerban, winning there, close, but winning. Noble Germanic horsemen are starting to finally rout. one of my armored camel warriors completely breaks, and I do believe he might come back. Mostly fighting that Germanic Spearmaster and those cavalry. I'm really relying on this other Sanai. I'm just going to call him Sana from here on out. Sending them in just to fight. However, they are also losing, especially since they are getting some incoming ranged fire. And in here comes this Frankish general, charging straight in. This was a good charge right here, knocking over most of them, maybe not killing a lot of them on the initial charge. Elite Francisca Hierband coming in. They're really turning the tides against my Sana. Bagaude are really just tying down my Sana more than anything. Desert Hurlers are moving up. They may be out of ammo. Yep, mostly it looks like they're starting to run out of ammo. Over here, this big brawl is slowly grinding on. I really can't afford to bring any troops out because I need to end it as soon as possible. But at the same time, if I don't bring any troops out, I have a risk losing my main line here. However, whether or not these guys win, they've dealt a good amount of damage. Kind of wish they'd be able to rout. Actually, they did enough damage. Be acceptable. However, now my King's Redif here is going to be a bit vulnerable, so I'm going to have to be very careful. And right here I'm thinking, well, if I can wrap up this fight here and I can do well, I can wrap up with, because I have I have almost full health Sana, half health, and almost 2 completely unscathed armored camel warriors. And that, coupled with my King's Redif and using my hurlers as cannon fodder, I can probably take out most of this melee infantry sitting down here. However, I really have to make sure that this side does not fall. If this side falls, there's no way I can win. Germanic Spearmasters and Germanic Horsemen just do not want to rout for anything. I decide to decide, alright, I don't care about the Germanic Horsemen anymore. I need to take these units and go fight. So I decided that I might have to use my King's Redif just to be safe. I'm going to take them away from all this danger, bringing them behind the rest of my troops. I get a good charge off on that elite support on that Francisca Hierband. These guys do not have very much armor at all, not much defense. So we're able to really cleave through them a lot quicker. Hurlers over here are holding down his elite sword Hierband. They're not going to win, but just enough to hold them off for a while for my armored chem warriors to clean up with that Francisca Hierband. Some of my other Sana and my Desert Hurlers are starting to take out some of these range units. This flank over here, although they did well, they didn't do exactly what I wanted them to do, but they stood still, and now they are going to rout, and I have to rely on winning this match with the rest of my units over here. I still have yet to send my King's Redif in the battle, as I'm still very afraid of what's going to happen. Sana moving in. More Sana moving in. Desert Hurlers are coming. These guys, I'm pretty sure, have got more kills with their daggers than they did with their slings. And over here, he does something that I do not think he should have done. He charged in his general first into the battle. Into this skirmish over here. And now I'm just going to straight focus on all these units, because if I can kill that Frankish general, I'm going to be in a very, very, very good position. And really, you should not throw your general in if his death could massively change the tide of battle. Obviously, losing your general at any point in the match could massively change the tide. But in a situation like this, where it's possible that his death could 100% mean the difference between victory and defeat, you do not want to charge him in, especially when you have other units that could substitute that. My King's Redif is still moving around. I still have yet to charge him in the battle, and I probably would have been safe doing it around this point, because I think I was pretty sure I was going to win. However, you don't want to get cocky, because I do not. Do my units have discipline? Yes, my Sana do have discipline. I believe the Armored Camel Warriors do not, though. And if the Armored Camel Warriors routed and the Desert Hurlers, then it's possible I would have gotten a chain rout. There we go, battles are going on just a little bit more. I decide that, alright, now I'm safe. My King's Redif can go take out some of these archers. Oops, sorry for that. As more of my Sana are now free to go join the flanking. And there you go. There's not much else to say strategic-wise. Now it's just mostly me wrapping up. So, Stellaris came out Monday. Been playing it, as I said. Pretty fun. Still haven't quite got the gist of everything. Someone told me I can make Space Marines, and it was literally a gene seed modification, which makes me. And not War Master Horus. Oh no, not War Master Horus. Definitely not War Master Horus. The God Emperor of Mankind. Very happy. Total Warhammer's coming out. I like that they delayed the game. That's a good sign. And honestly, now since I'm getting it without paying for it, I can definitely play it when it comes out immediately. We won't know how it plays until it comes out. I'm just saying that right here, right now. We won't know if it's a really good game or not until it comes out. I'm a bit worried on replayability, however, we're gonna see. I'm also kind of worried for multiplayer. There we go, mass surroundings. Oh yeah, in StarCraft 2, new co-op stuff got announced and a new commander, so hopefully I can get along to that stuff too. Oh, and new NVIDIA cards, but I can save this rant for another time. So alright guys, I'll see you all next time. Peace!